originally, when you first started doing it, I know it was very much geared up to, because you were a profit first strategist, accountant.
Certified profit first accountant.
Yeah. Anyone who doesn't know what profit first is, obviously, I know now you've adapted it kind of thing. So how do you show that? Because obviously profit first, yes, it's like paying yourself first. There'll be a lot of people like, oh, I never have any money left at the end of the week.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it's about. So actually my profit first method that I've created is a weekly one, and it was done specifically for the beauty industry because most beauty people work on weeks. And actually we've adapted it to a lot of industries now because not everybody gets all their money at the end of the month. We used to, now we don't. We get money every single day because we do direct debit, whereas before we'd send all the invoices out and everyone pays. I mean, that was a faff in itself. So we want to do it consistently. So profit first, and the simplest way to explain profit first to people, it's about getting your money and divvying it up. And it's about making that money work for you. So it's not about getting that money in and putting 20% aside for the tax man or tax person. It's not about that. It's about actually knowing, well, how much do you really need to set aside for your tax? Because it's done on profit. So my tax percentage, for example, is 7%. So everything that comes into the business, I need to put 7% away. If I was putting 20% away, I would run out of money somewhere else.
Yeah.
Or I'd have too much saved, or I wouldn't be getting as much money. Because remember, my business is a vehicle to give me money. So I want it to be specific. So profit first is literally just, instead of just going, let's put 20% over there, let's put 10% over here, it's actually looking at what percentages does your business need to run. And, certain industries, I can tell you off the top of my head what they are without even looking at anybody's accounts. But the simplest way of explaining it is, and I taught this story tell this story as a Northeast girl. My grandma used to look after me because my mum worked. None of my friends' mums worked, but my mum did. She was a teacher. And my gran used to look after me. And I remember on a Thursday going down to we lived in Sunderland, and going down to the local post office or wherever we went to get a pension. She had one of those shopping bags. That's why I always do that move. One of those shopping trolleys. And then she would get the money out. We'd come back and we'd sit at the table, and she'd get my granddad's pension and her pension out, and she would put it all there and she'd put them in envelopes. And I distinctly remember asking her, why are you putting money away for the coal man? Because the coal man only comes once a month. And she said, but if I did that, if I waited until that once a month, my whole pension, however much it was, I can't remember specifics, I'd have to put more of my pension to the coal man on that day. Whereas if I put a little bit every week, then I know I've got it. So a lot of people say to me, is Profit First just a savings method? Yes, it's a cash flow system, but it's more than that. So the proper Profit First, which is what I would say, is actually working out what your exact percentages are and what you're targeting to.
Yeah.
So mine have changed a lot. My expenses now are 85% of everything that comes in goes out, which is very, very high. But that percentage had to come from somewhere. So I've taken it off what I'm earning. So I'm not earning as much as I used to, but the revenue's gone up. So it all swings around, but my target is to get that back down to 75%. And I can work on that. And it's having that business picture in front of you in very, very simple terms. And it's so easy.